The enemy is at work. You know what verse we in? He was over there asleep.
The bed was over there. You can use my sword too.
I'm back on YouTube.
We're right here.
We back on YouTube. We back
right
on
there.
YouTube.
I gotta step out, go get the fam, my brother Moshe Dub. He gonna take over for me. All praise to the Father.
All praise to the Most High. Owner, possessor, and creator of all things. Y'all already know. All right, so we right back at it. We right back at it. We in the book of Judges. We in the book of Judges, chapter 13. Read that verse 17. Read the Judges chapter 13, verse 17.
All right, Judges chapter 13, verse 17. And verse 17. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, what is thy name? That when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor.
You know, we want to do him honor. What's your name? This is good news. This is a miracle. You understand? What is your name? We want to do thee honor. Right? Come on, let's get it.
Verse 18. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, why askest thou thus after my name?
What you want to know my name for? Right? Go ahead.
Seeing it is secret.
Mm.
And so Manoah took
Manoah. It's Manoah.
So Manoah took a kid with a meat offering and offered it upon a rock unto the Lord. And the angel did wondrously. And Manoah and his wife looked on.
Verse 20, what does it say?
For it came to pass when the flame went up towards heaven from the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. And Manoah and his wife looked on it and fell on their face to the ground.
See, this man who you thought was a man the entire time ended up ascending with the burnt offering that they offered to the Most High. Right? They looking like, whoa! They fell on their face to the ground, meaning they bowed. You understand? This whole time you in the presence of someone divine and don't even know it. That's why the scripture tell you, be careful to entertain strangers. You did? You done entertained an angel unaware. Don't be forgetful to entertain strangers. As this offering is being offered up to the Most High, as it ascended, he ascended. I mean, this wasn't even a human that was with you the whole time, even though he looked like it. He was something divine from the Almighty, right in your midst the whole entire time, man. You dig? Naturally, that would make your heart flutter a little taste and say, whoa, look at that. Right? Then you start thinking on deeper levels, you be like, this must be really happening. Right? We better pay attention to them instructions he gave you. What he tell you, woman? What instructions he give you? man, you can't drink no wine. You can't drink no strong drink. You understand? Hey, he can't have no razor upon his head or nothing. He can't eat grapes, nothing. He's a Nazarite. He's dedicated to the Most High from conception. You see? And sometimes when these things happen, like these miracles, that happen to solidify that the Most High is with you, right? And it also puts fear in you. Because as you've been talking to somebody this whole time, and you ain't know there was an angel, there was someone divine sent from the Almighty, and then you look up and he vanished with the offering that you just offered up. Boy, that's going to have you, almost nervous, right? Like, when he gonna put it back to us again? Like, you mess around, look up and look over in the corner. He's sitting right there like, I got a message for you. You feel me? Something that's out of this world. Serious. All right, what verse you in?
We on verse 21.
Yeah.
All right, Judges 13 and 21. Mm-hmm. But the angel of the Lord did no more appear to Manoah and his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was an angel of the Lord.
Yeah.
And Manoah said unto his wife, we shall surely die.
Come on.
We shall surely die.
Yeah.
Because we have seen God.
See, it's basically saying that we done seen divinity, man. We done seen something divine. You feel me? We've seen somebody sent directly from the Almighty. We gonna die. Trip off how quick he as a man get nervous at this point. He the man, he the head over his wife. Now remember, he entreats the Most High and say, Most High, send that man again so we can get the instructions. I need to know what's going on. The woman said this, but I need to know what's going on. Huh? Then the angel show back up to the woman. The woman go get her husband. He like, was you the one that appeared to the woman? I am. We need to know instructions. Tell the woman be aware of everything that I told her. Right? Well, I want to feed you. I ain't here to eat. Well, I want to do a burnt offering. You better do that to God. What is your name? Not important. Then they offer the offering. He vamoose. He vanished. Like he ascended with the offering. They drop on their face, right? And bow. Then real quick, he say, look, woman, we gonna die. We done seen the Almighty. We gonna die that quick. The man who was that inquisitive, that's for the sister. You dig? At time, you know, that's why you need your better half with you as well. You dig? Because at times the men will be like, hold on, dang. He don't be sure about the situation. He ain't sure right here. He just was very inquisitive, you dig? You like, hold on, what? Woman, you said, what? What's supposed to happen? He done prayed about it. The angel showed back up. He conversed with him. Feel me? He even tried to hook him up. Like, man, I want to show you that, you know, I'm appreciative of you bringing this. And that quick, he like, look, we gonna die. Right? Now trip off to his wife response. Come on.
All right. Judges 13, verse 23. But his wife said unto him, if the Lord were pleased to kill us, he would not have received a burnt offering and a meat offering at our hands.
Yeah, so she's like, look, it's all good. Right? Because sometimes, guess what? You need a woman's perspective on a matter. You may, as a man, be overlooking certain things. You just tripping off what just happened. Like, whoa, man, we gonna die. We was just in the presence of greatness, right? But the woman like, look, calm down. That's all good. If we was gonna die, if the Most High was angry with us, for one, he wouldn't have received our offering. All right, what else?
Neither would he have showed us all these things, nor would as at this time have told us such things as these.
Yeah, she like, look, if it was about us being dead or killing us, then why would he give us instruction about this child? You understand? Why would he have accepted our burnt sacrifice if the Most High wanted to kill us? You see? So that just show you, even when we dealing with the psychology of Samson, but trip off his parents, trip off their mindset. That quick, his daddy was like, oh no, we gonna die, man. He's so stuck and caught in the moment, he thinking, oh, it's over. That was an angel. That was one of the Most High's hit men that just was here. You understand? And he ascended with the smoke from the sacrifice. We gonna die because we saw the face of God. You see? And his wife had to say what? She had to bring balance to the situation. No, it's all good. Calm down. You feel me? For one, we got instructions about a son that ain't even conceived in me yet. You feel me? Because he ain't went and laid with her. You feel me? And two, he just accepted our offering. You see? You see how the man and the woman balance each other out? You see that? See, that man, he messed around and went through an anxiety attack and died of nervousness. Now this woman said, hold on, chill on out. It's all good. All right? Just speaking facts. All right, come on.
Verse 25, verse 24. And the woman bare a son.
Yeah.
And called his name Samson. And the child grew. And the Lord blessed him.
Most High is with this child. Blessed him. Right? Come on.
And the Spirit of the Lord began to move him at times in the camp of Dan. between Zipporah,
Zorah.
Zorah, and Estar.
There you go. There you go. So finally, the child is here. The Spirit of the Most High is on him. And at times, the Most High is just showing little signs here and there that I'm with this child right here. Now, don't forget the whole time that Israel is being oppressed by the Philistines. The whole time we're oppressed. You understand? This child was raised up to be a deliverer in Israel. You understand? To go to war with God's enemies. That's the purpose of this child right here. And the child is dedicated to the Almighty from conception, from the womb, to the day of his death. All right? So we stayed set. All right? Now it's time to get into it. We in chapter 14. Judges chapter 14, verse 1. Y'all give me a 7 when y'all get there. Judges 14 and 1. Hallelujah. Judges 14 and 1. Book of Judges chapter 14 and verse 1. All right, let's get her done. Give me a 7 when y'all get there. Y'all should already be there, you know, being that we reading right down here, you did. We're in the very next chapter. But you know how it is. Bread in the building, service with a sword, shalom. You got one of the axes too, man. Anybody out of the box, you know how we do. But we do take constructive criticism. Never forget that. We take constructive criticism all the time. It's all good. We not tolerate any type of disrespect to any of that. Anybody being disrespectful, acting crazy, right? Regardless if you agree or not, toss them headlong. All right? All right, let's get into this. We in Judges, the 14th chapter. This right here is about the psychology of Samson. We studying the mind of Samson today. The subtitle says, Drunk with Power. Drunk with power. It's evident the Most High is with this son, this deliverer. All right? Let's get into it. Judges, the 14th chapter. We're going to start at verse 1. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it out.
All right, Judges chapter 14, verse 1.
Yeah.
And Samson went down to Timnath.
Yeah.
And saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines.
Right.
And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines.
Yeah.
Now, therefore, get her for me to wife.
Boy, this Negro bold, ain't he? He gonna tell his parents. Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 7 real quick. Hold your spot right there. Give me Deuteronomy 7. Deuteronomy 7. 1 through 6. 1 through 6. Right? He dealing with Philistines. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with Canaanites. Now, I'm sure about this. Samson is dealing with, he wants to wife a woman of his current oppressor. Don't forget the Philistines were oppressing Israel at this moment. All right, just do Deuteronomy 7 and 3. Right. Deuteronomy 7 and 3.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3.
Yeah.
Neither shall thou make marriage with them.
Right.
Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son.
Flat out.
Nor his daughters shall thou take unto thy son.
So Samson is violating Torah right out the gate. Right out the gate, before his hair even get cut. See, we always know, he got his hair cut off, he lost his strength. Samson started rebelling right out the gate, man. He went down to Timnath. He saw what he thought was a beautiful Hamite Philistine woman. You understand? And was like, he's ready, and told his parents, get her to me for wife. I want her as a wife. This Philistine. Don't forget the Philistines are oppressing Israel at the very moment that Samson is asking this. It's almost like Jack Johnson back in the day, the boxer. He loved him some Edomite women, boy. Loved him some Caucasian European women. Loved them. And people used to be looking like, boy, what are you doing? What are you doing with the woman of your oppressor? So as we look at that now, you know the feeling you get when you look up and you see one of the sisters with a so-called European. It's a certain feeling you get. You be in the mall, whatever, but I'm talking about the feeling you get, right? Them voices in your head, like the nerve, she got some nerve, or vice versa. Y'all know there are feelings that come across us when we see our people with another nation, period, especially our current oppressors. You start feeling a certain way. You feel me? In your head, you be like, look at this. Y'all going off, right? Samson in his mind is so strong and so powerful. You understand? In a way, sometimes he think the rules don't apply to him. Right? You ever been around somebody that was very good at what they do? They believe they're the exception to the rule. You understand? Now, these laws apply to everybody, including Samson. But he ain't, at this point in his life, he ain't even tripping off all that. He all about self-pleasure. You see, he saw a beautiful woman and he said, what? I want her. Get her to for wife. Yeah, I know what the law say, but I want her. He was all about self-pleasure, right? He was narcissistic. You understand? He was self-centered. He had an inflated sense of self-worth. Remember, we was going into the Pharisee mindset not that long ago? That's what it was about. Samson was narcissistic. Samson was very egotistical. Very self-centered. It's all about him. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
We are in verse, you said Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 3. Mm-hmm. Then his father and his
Judges 14.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Judges.
You finished that Deuteronomy off 7-3.
It was at 7-3. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, we're back in Judges. Come on.
Yeah, Judges chapter 14, verse 3.
Yeah.
Then his father and his mother said unto him, is there neither a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines?
They're like, look, all these beautiful daughters of Zion. What are you doing? Why you want to go deal with the uncircumcised heathens? And you got all these beautiful daughters of Israel. You want to go deal with a heathen. That's what his parents are asking. What are you doing? Why? All right, go ahead.
And Samson said unto his father, get her for me, for she pleaseth me well.
He ain't hearing all that. Get her for me. She pleaseth me well. You understand? I mean, you know, Samson saw this woman and she put fire in his bones. You men know, you know, when you see a beautiful woman, boy, you be paused for a second, like, whoa. You understand? Everything that you was worrying about, everything that you was angry about, all that go out the window. Boy, you see a beautiful woman, she smell good, look good, boy, it pause you for a minute. That's what was going on with Samson. Samson, like, look, she pleasing me well, get her for me. I saw a woman, you understand? Get her for me to wife. It sounds like he giving his parents orders, don't it?
Yeah, shut up.
This sounds like orders being gave. They like, son, hold on. All these beautiful daughters of Zion, what are you doing? Why do you want uncircumcised heathen? Do you know we at war with them right now? Don't you know they got us oppressed? Why her? Wow. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord.
The way Samson was feeling and operating, this was of the Most High. See? Man's goings are of Yahweh. Never forget that. You can say, well, hold on, what the Most High doing? Why would the Most High, you feel me, allow Samson to take a Philistine when we just read we ain't supposed to be giving our sons and daughters over to none of them? Why would the Most High do that? You understand? Why would he even allow this? But notice when you're dealing with the Most High, you're dealing with war. Whose phone is this? When you're dealing with the Most High, you're dealing with war. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is what? Seeking an occasion. Turn your volume down, I'll tell you. The Most High is seeking an occasion against the oppressors of his people. Huh? So in warfare, you got to be strategic. That's what the Most High is doing here. This ain't nothing but a strategy to get at the Philistines, right? By way of what? Through Samson and his strong desire for this Philistine woman. You don't understand the hand of the Most High. You did? So his parents didn't understand it. They didn't know this was the Most High, you understand? Working through Samson's desire for this woman to seek an occasion against the Philistines. All right? Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 4 again. It says, but his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord, that he sought an occasion against the Philistines. For at that time, the Philistines had dominion over Israel.
All this was about the Most High getting at the Philistines. Philistines had dominion over Israel. So the Most High was using Samson in ways to where a lot of people didn't recognize. Right? Samson didn't recognize it. He just rolling with whatever vibration is on him. I seen that woman. She looked good. I want her. Get her for it. You understand? All right, come on. Let's get it.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Then when Samson down, and his father and his mother to Timnath, and came to the vineyard of Timnath, and behold, a young lion roared against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him.
Yeah.
And he rent him as he would have rent a kid.
Rent means to tear. He tore apart this lion like he would have did a kid, a baby goat or something. Tore the lion and tore him, and he's strong. You know the Most High with him, right? A lion roar against you, shut up. Have like you done told behavior, all this is building them up. But never forget the Most High is the puppet holding everything. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
In his hand. But he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And he went down and talked with the woman. And she pleased Samson well. And after a time, he returned to take her. And he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion. And behold, there was a honey in the lion. And he took in his hand and went on eating, and came to his father and mother. And but he
of the dead animals, period. Straight up. As a not that. The dead body had fell out around him, period. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say you were taking the vow of a Nazarite for like a year or whatever, the dead body, you understand, fell out amongst you, fell out around you or whatever. You had to start that vow all the way over. Clowning again, y'all. Man, I don't know what it is wrong over here. Me do be mad. That's until right. It is what it is. But we gonna keep it rolling though. But yeah, knows he took honey out of a dead carcass and gave it to his parents. You see the mindset of this brother. All right, let's keep reading now.
Verse 10. So his father went down unto the woman.
Right.
And Samson made there a feast. For so used the young men to do. And it came to pass, when they saw him, they brought 30 companions to be with him. And Samson said unto them, will now put forth a writ.
And always battle wits. All right, let me see where you at. Let me see where your intellect is at. I'm off to you, right? Go ahead.
if ye can certainly declare it me within the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 sheaves and 30 change of
30 sheets and 30 changes of garments, letting it be known, like if you can expound on this riddle garments and 30 sheets, if you can figure this riddle out each every day, garments or whatever. Right? Keep reading. Watch this.
Verse 13.
Yeah.
But if ye cannot declare, then shall ye give me 30 sheets and 30 changes of garments. He said unto him, put forth thy riddle.
Yeah.
That we may hear it.
Put forth your riddle that we may hear it. You see that? See? So this is a wager. Like, well, I'll give it to you. If not, you got to give it to me. All right? This is a spiritual wager, real quick. Go ahead. Out
of the came forth meat. Strong came forth. They could not in 3 days expound the riddle. Thy husband, have ye called us to take riddle until the chill people, and told it me. And he said unto her, behold, I have not told it my father nor my mother. And shall it be?
Play it right in. Pillow talk. You understand? So she started crying. You ain't told me. Eyes, the Google looking, you know, you got to be a strong man. Like, hey, no, I ain't honey out of the carcass of a lion. The riddle was about the lion that was killed. He like, what do you mean?
Verse 17.
Yeah.
And she wept before him the 7 days. Their feast lasted. And it came to pass on that he, because saw upon,
she teased you long enough that answer. Right? Eventually, what Samson do? Eventually, Samson folded. He ended up folding with this. Because remember, the Philistines couldn't even afford to pay what they agreed to. That lets you know the 30 changes of garments and 30 changes have been a hefty. Man, everybody wasn't walking around in the flyers garments and the robes back then. Everybody wasn't nobility. Some people were just, you know what I'm saying, average citizens, right? That's like today. Everybody ain't walking around with an $18 million watch, Floyd Mayweather. Everybody ain't walking around here owning prisons and basketball teams, Michael Jordan. You see? It was a hefty price to pay. Down, right? So then they send the woman in. A woman, which is a Philistine, you understand? And she just, for the 7 days of the feast, she just owned him. Wine finally folded. All right, let's get it up.
All right, verse 18. And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day before the sun went down, what is sweeter than honey? And what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, if ye had not plowed with ye had not found out my riddle.
If y'all hadn't sent my wife, y'all wouldn't have found out my riddle. He called her heifer. Had y'all not been working through my heifer, Plowing with my heifer. Had not y'all sent my wife to get this answer. You understand? You'd have never figured it out. Plow with my heifer. This is in the Bible right here. And you ever trip off how to this day, especially in the generation before, they was actually calling women heifers. That heifer, that heifer. But this is in the Bible. Samson said that. Had you not plowed with my heifer, you would have never found out the riddle. You understand? Had you not sent my wife to get it up out of me, you never would have got it. Wow. Wow. Y'all trip off that. You know what I'm saying? Samson called her heifer, man. And this Bible was action packed. You never put it down once you slow down and read these stories for real. It'll have you laughing, man. Had you not plowed with my heifer, ye had not found out my riddle. Hey, would you say, Poppy Shoe, your granddaddy still call females heifers? Yeah. Yeah, the elder men in the families, in our families, they still say heifer. Now look at that heifer. Where you think they getting it from? And get it out the Bible, man. You be acting out the Bible regardless you know you an Israelite or not. You actually, this is embedded in your DNA. You live this, right? You've been saying stuff like heifer your whole life. You've been saying stuff like working hard like a Hebrew slave your whole life. Your whole life. What you say, IT got you cracking up? Had they not plowed with my heifer. All right, come on, Hebrew.
And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoils, and gave charge and change of garments unto them which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion.
What?
Whom he had used as his friend.
Wow. Do y'all see that? Samson's wife was given over to one of his friends. But you see what Samson did? You see what Samson did, man, to honor the bet, to honor the debt. He wouldn't put a hit down. But no, it says the Spirit of the Most High came upon him. You see, Samson out here moving, you feel me? And to those that just looking, he just moving how he want to move. But you ain't even realizing it's the Most High's hand behind this whole thing. It's the Most High's hand behind this whole thing. He went and put a hit down and got 30 changes of garments. He said, okay, I need 30 garments. I'm about to go lay down 30 men. Wow, man. Wow, that's deep. All right. All right. So look. And then they end up giving his wife over. The Philistines end up giving his wife to one of Samson's friends. How about that? All right. Oh, the riddle was about the lion that Samson ended up killing. You understand? And that he was feeding his parents honey out the carcass of a lion. So that's the riddle that he gave them. When you go back early in the chapter. You know how you get around certain people, you be fat-mouthed and trying to battle intellect, trying to battle wits or whatever. He's like, well, you can expound this riddle. I'll give you 30 changes of garments. You feel me? 30 changes of sheets. You expound on this riddle. You feel me? And they knew they couldn't do it, but agreed to it. So guess what they do? They send his wife as an agent. She was a Philistine. Like, go over there and seduce your man and get the answer about him before we burn you and your father. Because we can't even pay that price. He get the pillow talking with her. She cry for 7 days, pillow talking with her, and guess what? She get it up out of him. She run and go tell them. And what Samson say? Had you not plowed with my heifer, you wouldn't even known this riddle. Feel me? Had not my wife been sent by you to get this answer, you wouldn't even know it. But then the Spirit of the Most High come upon Samson, and he gonna put a hit down. He gonna put a hit down and take 30 garments off 30 men and bring it to the Philistines. Here you go. See? What's really going on with Samson? Now, don't forget that the Most High is with him. He's been sanctified and called from the womb to be a deliverer and a savior in Israel, to be a judge in Israel. You understand? And we know that the Most High is going to raise him up to do a great work. You understand? But it's the details in between that everybody got a problem with. Right? The Most High gonna deliver Israel from under the yoke of the Philistines. How is he gonna do it? Is it gonna be diplomatic? Are the Israelites gonna vote themselves out of bondage? Maybe they don't got enough jobs. Maybe they gonna work their way out of bondage. Maybe they ain't got enough drugs. Maybe they can hustle their way out of bondage. Maybe it's not enough politics. Maybe they can talk themselves out of bondage. Now, the Most High got to put his spirit on certain individuals to raise up, you understand, and to bring that power to those that's been getting at God's people. It's always been that. It's always been that. All right. So we're done with chapter 14. We're done with chapter 14. We're gonna get into chapter 15. Interesting story here about good old Samson, Everybody, and for the most part, growing up, all we know about Samson is what? He was very strong. He had long hair. Pillow talking with this woman. You see? And that's crazy too, ain't it? That the word heifer was used in reference to his woman. All in the Bible, man. You never look. This Bible is action-packed. It's actually etched inside your DNA. That's why you act a certain way and talk a certain way. You understand? And then years later, when you start reading the Bible, guess what? Guess what? Years later, you realize that I've been saying things that are in the Bible the whole time. Don't even know it. All right. So we in chapter 15, Moshe Dub. We in chapter 15. We're gonna start at verse 1. Let's get it done. All right. The psychology of Samson. Even though Samson seems real self-centered, seems narcissistic, seems egotistical, what we finding out as we keep reading is it's the Most High that's putting his spirit on Samson to make him act a certain way. Whether it's him dealing with this foreign woman, right? Or whether it's him going to put a hit down to honor the debt, even though the woman was sent by his enemies as an agent. It still say the spirit of the Most High was on Samson. It didn't even say Samson sinned for laying down 30 men, which happened to be 30 Philistines, some of his enemies. You see? So we got to make sure we pay attention in this thing, man, and slow down. The spirit of the Almighty is on him. His parents didn't understand why you taking a Philistine for a wife. They thinking he just lusted, right? In which in his own mind, he thinking a woman please me well, I want her. Not knowing that vibration was put on you because the Most High seeks an occasion against the Philistines to bring them down. You see? The Most High God is a man of war. If he's a man of war, then he's strategic. You see? He's strategic. So chapter 15, let's get it done. How we sounding out there on YouTube? If we can be heard, give us a 7. Give us a 7 if we can be heard on Facebook as well. If we can be heard, give us a 7. Right? They jiggling wires on YouTube today, but on Facebook, everybody say it's all good. And I'm on the same Wi-Fi signal. I'm on the same Wi-Fi signal. Look at all them 7s, Moshe. I think we good. I think we good, man.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, that's YouTube over there. That's YouTube right there and Facebook right there. IT say 7 right here on Facebook. All right, so any of y'all want to go back on YouTube? They say it's a perfectly sound and clear sound now. But if not, hey, stay on Facebook. It's all good. We throwing down this holy word on this blessed Sabbath, and we going over the psychology of Samson, being drunk with power. But guess what? What we finding out thus far is everything Samson doing is dictated by the Almighty. It's all through the Almighty. Because the Most High is about to bring these Philistines down. All right. So we in the book of Judges, chapter 15. Let's start at verse 1.
Verse 1. While after, in the time of wheat, that Samson visited his wife with a kid, and he said to him to go in.
So Samson had a feat. He consummated the marriage. He never became one flesh with him. He never lied down. You feel me? So go ahead and say, this baby, go. It's time for me to come in unto my wife. You understand? Let me go ahead and go. You understand? have us some, be reconciled. Reconciled, right? So words, he killed or whatever you want to call it, and that's gonna be used as, some type of meal or something. You understand?
That died utterly. Therefore, I gave her to thy companion. Is not her younger sister she? Take her, pray thee, instead of her.
Now look at the father telling us, I thought you hated him. Just because he left, he ain't gave no word that he put her away. He gave no word that he put her away. Never said anything about show up. You understand? He show up like, what's up? I need to go ahead and consummate this marriage. I need to lay with my woman. I thought you put her away. I thought you hated her and left. That's what he's saying. Feel me? But look at her younger sister. Her younger sister more beautiful than her. All right. Well, let's see what else is going on in the mind of Samson.
And took Firebird. Fire. Right.
He called.
And returned tail to tail with the
man ever, right? How skillful to catch 300 foxes? Most of y'all can't or your cats. Tie them tail to tail and put a torch in between each one of the tails. I see that. All because of what his wife was taken from him. His wife was Samson, being skillful, being agile. Samson had to be a quick and fast brother as well as a strong brother. How do you catch 300 foxes? And once you catch them, how do you tie them tail to tail and put a torch in between each tail? Do that. Samson not only had to be strong, Samson had to be very fast and very quick. And what are you about to do with these foxes and these torches? All right, let's get it done.
Verse 5. And when he had set the brands of fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistine, burnt up both the stock and also the standing corn with the
burning cord, the vineyard, the grapes, and the olives. So he set these torches on fire and sent these 300 foxes into the midst. You feel me? And the grapes, the vineyard. You understand? To burn down the Philistines' corn and the Philistines' vineyard. That's what he did in retaliation, giving away his daughter, which was already Samson's wife. He just never consummated. Samson even got their food, took away their food and everything. If you take away a man's food or his livelihood, his family, or his nation. Ooh-wee, come on, let's get
it. The son of the Temanite, because he had taken and given her to his companion, and the Philistine up and burnt her and her father.
Thing that they don't have him found that we're gonna burn you. Do something so deadly, it cost him his house. It cost him. You done gave away this. All y'all know Samson, man. Y'all know who this man is. And you guess what? That's what he did. He burnt down the crops. No food for y'all. No wine for y'all. Burnt them down, right? Guess what the Philistines do in retaliation? The very thing they said they was going to, wife didn't expound to them or seduce her husband and get the riddle about her. Right? Having her affection. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. Yeah. And Samson said unto them,
come on.
And he smote them with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock of Etam.
There you go.
Then the Philistines went up and pitched and spread themselves in Lehi.
Right.
And the men of Judah said, why are ye come up against us to bind 1,000 men of Judah?
They like, come on, man, Massa. Don't you know Massa got the power? Now you getting out of hand now, Samson, man. You making the Philistines mad. Don't you know they got the power and authority over us? You feel this? What's Samson's response? Let's get it.
What is this done?
I got him. What you mean? Samson really wasn't tripping off the fact that this is like a national type thing. This is something of the Most High to bring down the Philistines. Samson just living his life, man. You feel me? And what people don't realize is that how he moving is directly influenced by the Almighty, though. Samson just doing his thing. He know he's strong. You understand? He know ain't nobody messing with him. You feel me? But he ain't tripping that what he's doing directly affects his nation. You feel me? Affects his nation. You feel me? Like what he doing directly affects his nation because look, he just did something to burn down all their corn and to burn up their vineyards. They went and what? Burnt the woman and her husband, woman and her father, should I say. Right now they come up against Judah. They come up against some Israelites. And what the Philistines say, we here for Samson. We here to get at y'all on account of what Samson did. Right? So when they go out at Samson, Samson like, look, I did that because they did that to me. Not knowing your action directly affects what? Your nation. Shit, it directly affects your nation. All right, come on, let's get it.
All right, verse 12.
Yeah.
And they said unto him, we are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hands of the Philistines. And Samson said unto him, swear unto them, swear unto me that ye will not fall upon me yourselves. And they spake unto him, saying, no, but we will bind thee fast and deliver thee into the hand.
So Samson was like, well, look, just promise y'all won't kill me. You understand? They're like, nah, we're going to bind you fast, real secure, and we're going to deliver you over. Nah, come on, this is the strongest man ever. You know, you tell me y'all watch Luke Cage or whatever, you can't put cuffs on that man. You going to come right up out of him. Right? All right, come on.
And deliver thee into their hands. But surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him with 2 new cords and brought him up from the rock. And when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and the cords that were upon his arms became as flex that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosened from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass.
Jawbone of an ass, huh? Huh? Jawbone, the jawbone of a donkey or an ass. All right, go ahead.
And put forth his hand and took it and slew all 1,000 men therewith.
Slew 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass. Y'all thought y'all had this man locked up. He like, man, the Spirit of the Most High came upon him. You understand? Those handcuffs immediately snapped up off him. You feel me? He took the jawbone of an ass and delivered 1,000 of them to the judgment. Wow. You feel me? Samson, man, he just living his life. Right? And if you ain't peep, it's the Most High God with him the whole entire time. Even though he may be doing things that you don't agree with. That's the point. You don't even agree with a lot of stuff that Samson is doing. But what we keep reading is the Spirit of the Most High came on. And he went and put down a hit and killed 30 men to get 30 chances of bones. Took out 30 of his enemies. Right? And he get locked up by his own people, delivered over to the Philistines. He took a jawbone of an ass and did what? Killed 1,000 more Philistines. Most High with him. You feel me? Now how he rocking and how he moving, you may not even agree with it. You understand? But just because man don't agree with what's going on don't mean the Most High God ain't with him. That's the point. The Most High is with Samson. Samson is mentioned even in the book of Hebrews, the 11th chapter, as a man of having great faith. So you can't act like by the time we read the end of the story, Samson won't be redeemed in the end. He will be. You understand? But it's certain things that he was doing that if you were just looking through a carnal lens, you would say, the Most High ain't with him, man. He just think he's stronger than everybody. He's arrogant. He's narcissistic. Yeah, to the carnal eye, he is. You understand? And he doing things, a lot of things he doing, he don't even understand. He's on the Spirit of the Most High is on. Let me kill this lion right here. Bang. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch 300 foxes, tie them tail to tail, and put a torch in between the tails and burn down all this corn and burn up the vineyards of the Philistines. No food for them, no grapes. Killed 30 of them in one breath, then killed 1,000 of them in another breath. It sounds like the Most High is putting a hit on the Philistines through Samson. You understand? And if you looking at this through a carnal lens, you'd have missed it the whole time. A lot of people have thought he's just drunk with power. That's it. He know he's strong. You feel me? But you don't realize man's goings are of the Almighty. A man can't understand his own way. All right? All right, come on, let's get it.
All right, verse 16.
Yeah.
And Samson said, with this jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with a jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men.
He really feeling himself now. He say heaps upon heaps. You feel me? I mean bodies on top of bodies. You thought Samson had a machine gun or something. A Tommy gun. You dig? Samson had a jawbone of an ass and laid down 1,000 of God's enemies with the jawbone of an ass. You see? Come on.
And it came to pass when he had made an end of his speech that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand and called that place Remeth Lehi.
Yeah, come on.
And he said, was store a
and he
thirst.
Was sore of thirst, yeah.
And he was sore of thirst, and called on the Lord and said, thou hast given this great deliverance unto the hands of thy servant, and now shall I die for thirst and fall into the hands of the uncircumcised.
Look at that. You see how quick, and that's something for us too. You may have just finished doing a mighty work. You feel me? You may have finished doing a lot of work for the Most High. Don't lose focus, man. Like he just killed 1,000 people and then he get thirsty and get nervous. I'm not gonna die of thirst. The Most High has not brought you this far, man. To turn his back on you. You understand? So what happens? Come on.
But Yahweh clave a hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof Enakohor, which is in Lehi, into this day.
Or the wail of him that called or cried out. Basically, he cried out for water and the Most High gave it to him. You understand? The bigger your faith, the bigger the miracles. Another miracle. That's right, Doc. Another miracle. Showing you the Most High is with this brother. Right? And if you just read this story on face value, or you had seen a brother like this in your day, say you was back then. You feel me? Like, think about the Israelites that came to him and said, we're going to lock you up and deliver you over. Think about their mental. or their mindset. Like, bro, you about to cause ruckus for us. You're going to make it harder for us. Mr. Charlie is good, white folk. What are you doing, Samson? You dig? Like, how this brother's moving is directly influenced by the Most High God, even if he don't understand it. You understand? Even if he don't understand what's going on, what he's doing, his actions, how he's maneuvering is directly influenced by the Almighty. There is no getting around it. Directly influenced. And the Most High just came with what? Another miracle, right? Catching 300 foxes is a miracle in itself. So not only is he strong, he a fast brother, very quick, agile. Catch a fox, you got to study a fox. You understand? That means he was very good at hunting as well. This man that was consecrated to the Almighty God from his mother's womb, Samson. Samson. You understand? And if you're looking at him through a carnal lens, you'd have missed the miracles that were happening. Whether it's honey inside the carcass of a lion, you understand? Or water coming out the jawbone of an ass. Huh? Or them being evil with him and figuring out what the riddle was through his woman. He called his woman a heifer. That's crazy. That blew my mind when I first read it. I said, dang, that's a heifer. Like they say heifer unto this day, more proof that you an Israelite, man. More proof that you are God's chosen because you still speak the language of the Bible without you even knowing. And you speak a lot of Hebrew words and don't even know it. Don't even know it. Just speaking. All right. So we in chapter.
Oh yeah, verse 20.
In verse 20. Yeah, come on.
Verse 20. And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistine 20 years.
Yeah, so not only that, Samson is a judge in Israel, man. You understand? He's a judge. Right? Go back and read the book. We in the book of Judges, but read about all the judges and all that. And how they couldn't twist judgment and do nothing. Their judgment, the divine sentence of the Most High had to be precise coming out their mouth. And the judgment they administered had to be precise. Samson was a judge. Right? He was also a deliverer and a savior in Israel in the days when we were getting handled by the Philistines. Now, you do realize these are the same Philistines that David was at war with, right? Philistines are some of our ancient enemies and Philistines. All you know today is because he's your current oppressor. You call him the white man today because he's your current oppressor. But the Philistines were Hamites. They were Africans. When you look up Genesis 10, you understand? They actually were Africans. And that was some of our major enemies in the scripture was these Philistines. You feel me? You're in and you're out. We banging on them Philistines. Philistines. Wow. All right. So now we in chapter 16. All right. This is the icing on the cake. We in Judges, the 16th chapter. Y'all see the psychology of Samson, drunk with power, right? I might rename it Man's Goings of the Most High. The psychology of Samson. The man's goings are of Yahweh. Because Samson is doing things and we keep hearing Spirit of the Almighty. Spirit of the Almighty came upon him. Spirit of the Almighty. Why wasn't it a sin? Why didn't the Most High look at Samson as a criminal or a sinner when he laid down 30 men to get 30 changes of garments? Why didn't the Most High pronounce judgment on Samson? Why didn't the Most High pronounce judgment on Samson when he was delivered into the Philistines and he had to lay 1,000 of them down with the jawbone of an ass? Why wasn't that sin? It's certain things you need to start asking yourself when you read the Bible. Why ain't that a sin? Oh, okay, Samson was used to get at the enemies of God. Okay, why wasn't that a sin, though? You see what he just did? You just looked at it today like 30 innocent people were laid down. Really? Really? Man's goings are of the Most High. Never forget that. Never forget that. His judgments are in all the earth. That's right, sister. Most High's judgment. Most High's judgment. All right? So now we're in chapter 16. Let's get into it. My sister Alicia Edwards, shalom, my sister. All glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. May he bless you on this beautiful Shabbat. All right, come on, let's get it.
All right. Judges chapter 16, verse 1.
Yeah.
Then went Samson to Gaza and saw there a harlot and went into her. And it was told the Gazanites, saying, Samson is come hither.
Now look at Samson. Samson just you can't help but say he off the chain though. You know what I'm saying? He had a wife, was going back to consummate with her. The wife had been given to another man. You dig? But then he get this Jones on him, so he go get him a harlot. Not condoning you Negroes going to buy hookers. Do not read this story and get thwarted in your mind. Oh, it must be okay to go get me some hoes. No. Calm down. Because these Israelites that'll read stuff like this, boy, and go crazy. Huh? They'll be at the strip club tonight, boy, buying hookers, buying whores. Do not read this and get a brain freeze. You understand? What's the moral of the story, man? I be reading, like certain brothers read certain things in the scripture, boy, and be like, really? Oh, okay, so I can go buy the strippers tonight then. Really? No. Use wisdom, man. This ain't about you buying hookers. This story ain't got nothing to do with that, actually. All right? It's something the Most High is trying to convey to us and get us to see. You brothers come down thinking you read. See, right here, Judges 16th chapter, Samson went into a harlot. It must be okay. You understand? Don't fall victim, you understand, to your carnal lust, because that's all it is. You want to do it anyway. You like, whoa! I knew I can go buy me some hoes.
Follow me one, bro.
I know it, man. You know what I'm saying? Tired of listening to this woman's mouth. You gonna go on over here, boy, and spin your last. They tell you, boy, a man will be brought to a piece of bread dealing with these heifers. Better get yourself together. You understand? What y'all on her smiling for? Yeah, Poppy Shoe, Keela, y'all was smiling. Come on, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm just saying, certain people get real simple when they read the scripture. They'll read this and say, hold on, Samson was a man of great faith. Right here it says that he saw there in harlot and went in unto her. What is that, Ak? Calm down. That's what that means. You understand? Whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning. You think that means to learn to buy hoes? That's not what this is. This story ain't about buying whores. Yeah, we're gonna keep reading. That's right. Come on, let's get it.
It says, and Samson, it says, Samson is come hither, and they compassed him in and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and were quiet all the night, saying, in the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him.
That word and got back. Hey, our enemy is here. We're going to lay on him all night. When it's daytime, we're going to lay him down. We got him delivered into our hands. You see that? All right, come on.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
And Samson lay till midnight and arose at midnight and took the door of the gate of the city and the two posts and went away with them, bar and all, and put them upon his shoulders.
And did what?
And carried them up to the top of the hill that is before Hebron.
No, say he laid till midnight and took the doors of the gate of the city and the two posts and went away with them. He done took the door off the city of the gates. Wow. Let's trip off that. Y'all out here laying to kill this man. This man come out, boy, and took the doors off the gates and the two posts. Can you imagine how they courage shrunk in it out? They probably like, we don't want no problems with him. That boy just took the gates, the doors of the gates and the two posts.
The hinges too, huh?
Y'all look at that. Y'all laying wait to kill. Y'all laying wait to kill this man. Y'all laying wait to kill this man. And you see all this power and say, let's talk about this. Yeah, I bet. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 4. Yeah. And it came to pass afterwards that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek.
Yeah.
whose name was Delilah.
Look at Samson, boy. Every time he see a beautiful woman, boy, he like, hey, let me get her. That one Timnath woman, she pleases me well, get her for wife. One saw a harlot, hey, let me go in under her. Right? Just seen Delilah. Oh, man, poison. Poison, right? Said he loved her. How many of y'all believe in love at first sight? This is what this sounds like to me. Love at first sight. You dig? It ain't like he got a chance to know her like that. He saw it and says he loved her. So how many of y'all actually believe in that love at first sight? All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Verse 5. And the lords of the Philistines came upon unto her, and said unto her, entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him, and we will give thee every one of us 1,100 pieces of silver.
Wow. So he in love with you, right? We need to know his strength. We need to know his affliction. We need to know what it is. And we'll give you 1,100 pieces of silver. Do y'all see that? Now look, this is the second time a woman been sent to Samson as an agent. Y'all see that? That's for the bros out there, man. Everything smiling ain't good. Everything glittering ain't gold. She may look good. She may smell good. How you know she ain't no agent, though? How you know she ain't sent by the lords of the Philistines? How many times do we study this story and we read about the story of Samson, but we don't learn from it? Especially the men, you should learn. You shouldn't be pillow talking. You understand? You should learn all that from reading this story right here. And you should always be aware of the strategies and the tactics of your enemy. This ain't nothing but chapters 13 through 16, and 2 women been sent to Samson as agents to seduce him, to bring him down. You feel me? And this last one is the nail in the coffin, because they like, look, we want to afflict him. We need to know how he's strong, where his strength at. We want to afflict him and kill him. You do good on this, you get 1,100 pieces of silver from each one of us. He loved you, you got him. You feel me? But this could be a brother that the Most High is dealing with, spirit all up on him. You dig? But he said the boy's in love. You see? And just because you got a feeling about somebody doesn't necessarily mean that's love, man. That could be lust. You don't even know. You understand? You look up and you getting a lot of attention and a lot of knowledge and a lot of pats on the back, and certain people starting to Facebook you. Like, a lot of people do that today, man. That's something that I'm real leery of. Like, you ain't even got my number, but you'll call me on Facebook. Out the blue. Y'all be like, man, I'm not picking that up. Who are, like, did I give you my number? But you're going to call me through the Facebook app. And I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this, that be circumspect like the scriptures say. Especially to you men out there. Be circumspect, man. Meaning pay attention. She may smell good and look like the woman of your dreams. How in the hell you know she ain't no agent? Sent to seduce you and to bring you down. How you know that? Right? You should always consider that. You should always consider that. You understand? You shouldn't be so gullible to where something that smell good and look good got your guards down. Remember, we at war. You understand? We should learn from this situation that women can be sent as agents. You dig? I don't even say I'm talking about that. Look what pop across my screen. You see that? That's how you know this is of the Most High we talking about. I'm talking about this, and look what popped across my screen. I don't even know how this is on there. Who was that? Who was that?
Wow.
Who was that? How's this in sync on my computer? Meet a local single woman, millions of members.
She white.
And she's a heathen. Hey, y'all know anything about me? I don't deal with no heathens.
Wrong marketing.
I don't know what in the world that was. But how is it that we talking about women being sent as agents and this big old ad pop across my computer? You see, this thing's spiritual, man. What'd you say, boy? Or a tranny? You ain't lying, boy. Especially in this age, boy.
Straight up.
Boy, they done perfected their technology. They perfected their technology, boy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, a lot of you Negroes are still in the going out to these clubs and buying these women these drinks and all that. The lights be dim and all that. Boy, you don't know. You don't even know. You best around be dealing with a man.
Yes, man.
You dig? That's what I'm saying. We got to be focused out here, man. You can't be so like the Negro get frozen in mind and actually think, I can have them all. I can have them all. Man, my old dude told me a long time ago when he was living. You did, man. You can't hit them all. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible. So if that's impossible, why do you think in your mind you can? You see what I'm saying? How you know these women ain't sent? In Samson's case, this is the case. Now, if it can happen to him, how come it can't happen to you? You may be a mighty brother, mighty in these scriptures, someone a lot of people look up to, somebody who a lot of people respect. What make you think a woman can be sent as an agent to destroy you? Why haven't you at least considered it? Like, what you so quick to, get you some moose shoe, get you one off, and then it's just over? How you know agents ain't being sent, man? Like, it ain't even too far-fetched to believe agents are being sent out with STDs to get at you, to play on your lust. How you know that? How you know that? Do you really know the enemy that you up against? That's something else that we learn from what we reading about Samson. Study your enemy, man. The Most High may be with you. Your name may ring bells out here. Never take your eye off your enemy, though. Study your enemy. You understand? Know what he up to. You feel me? And the quickest way to get a man to drop his guard, beautiful woman, smell good, look good. You understand? Like, I don't watch men be arguing over something, be about ready to fight, and a beautiful woman come around, boy, they all getting chill mode. Oh, yeah, what's going on? What's your name? Huh? You got a man? Are you spoken for? You know we the Jews, sister? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, a woman come around, boy, the whole dynamic change. You see? There's a lot of power in that. We got to stay focused, you dig? You got to stay focused, man. If you really know what's at stake here, you'd be like, yeah, let me go ahead and stay focused. You understand? And then if you take your time and try to spirit, eventually the devil gonna have to reveal himself anyway. So I'm glad I ain't rush into that, boy. I had lifelong problems dealing with her. Glad I didn't rush into them. Glad I sat there and sniffed her spirit, even though she was looking good, smelling good, telling me everything I wanted to hear. Telling me everything that, you feel me? I thought I'd never heard coming out of daughter's mouth. How you know she ain't? Who's her handlers? Where did she come from? How she know she was Israel? How you know she ain't a runaway bride somewhere? You feel me? Looking to reinvent herself. How do you know this? Be careful. Be careful. All right? Let's read, Hebrew. Let's get it.
All right. Verse 6.
Yeah.
And Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. But she just came out with it.
Came right out. I want to know. Feel me? Because once a woman understands she got you, you feel me, hook, line, and sinker, she like, hey, let me come on out and just ask him. He'll tell me. You feel me? He'll tell me. I'll give him to tell me. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
And Samson said unto her, if they bind me with seven green withs, that were never dry, then shall I be weak and be as another man.
Look at him. He's like, well, look. You feel me? If they what? He said, if they bind me with seven green whips that will never dry, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Feel me? We playing mind games with her. This woman that he in love with. Yeah, they bind me with seven green whips. I'll be weak and be as other men. How about that? How about that? So this lets you know what about Samson? He understands the game that he's playing, and the game is being played on him. Because is that true? If he gets bound with 7 green wits, will he be weak? Not at all. Not at all. You understand? So that means he's lying to her. This woman that he's supposedly in love with, he's lying to her, and he knows the level, you feel me, of the game that she's playing on him. You understand? He got to realize at this point she must be an agent. She must be an agent of the other side, playing mind games on her. All right, come on.
Then the lords of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green withs, which had not been dried, and she bound him with them. Now there were men laying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him,
oh, now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. They in the room to kill him. They already lying in wait. They there to kill Samson. You see? Come on.
And she said unto him, the Philistines is upon thee, Samson, and he break the withs as a thread of toe
as a thread of toe is broken.
As a thread of toe is broken when it touches the fire. So his strength was not known.
Man, Samson broke out of that like, boy, you just snapped a feeble rubber band, one of them skinny rubber bands you can just hurry up and pop. He snapped him out of that like one of them flimsy rubber bands. One of them real skinny rubber bands you can just pop real quick. The Philistines be on you to let you know he understands that he's being set up. Like the sisters say, how could a great man like that be so naive? That's an excellent question to ask. You understand? How could we be? How could we be so naive? Right? Or how could you even entertain something like that? You know they want to kill you. But are you just so confident in your strength? You're like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. You understand? I'll play this with you for right now. Right, all for what? The company of this woman who you claim you love, who's a clear agent of the Philistines. She sent her to kill you. She sent her to hand you over. Right? Stay focused out here, man. You may be powerful in these scriptures. You may be somebody that's widely respected. You understand? But believe this, there's a kryptonite around the corner waiting to catch you slipping. And most of the time, being that we are the sons of these men, they'll send a woman. They'll send a woman. Adam and Eve, David and Bathsheba, woman. Samson and Delilah, woman. You understand? Many men have lost their wits and lost kingdoms because of a woman. You understand? The sons of the men of this book right here. And just something about when something like that happens, you get real weak. You put your guards down. All right? Come on, let's get it. I know, Sister Odelia, what you say, I don't get why he ain't tossed her from the first attempt. She should have been thrown headlong about her. I told you how I get weak. You came and did it, then bragged that the Philistines was right there to kill me. You wouldn't even got no other chance. But guess what? Let the party keep rolling. Let the party keep rolling. You see that? That lets you know, man. Make no tarrying to turn to the Almighty. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, man. Feel me? Like your desire and your passions and your lust should not override what it is you know you're supposed to do. All right? You're here to be a judge and a deliverer against the Philistines. Not play around with them. All right? Come on, let's get it.
All right, Judges chapter 16, verse 10.
Yeah.
And Delilah said unto Samson, behold, thou hast mocked me.
Yeah, I done mocked you. What you mean? Come on.
And told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound.
God, she gonna play. You lied to me. You kept that back from me, and I don't think this marriage thing gonna work. I don't think I could, You see that? I let you know too, man. This woman was very skilled at the art of seduction. You know, they got books out about that. They got books out. They got a book out called The Art of Seduction and the 48 Laws of Power and all that. They got books out like that. You feel me? That lets you know this woman was highly skilled in the art of seduction. Had to be. Samson was a man of the Most High. Just told her a clue, or so she thought, of what to take away his strength. She did it and had the men waiting in the room to kill him. He broke up out of it, so that means he know that she's trying to kill him. Right? But guess what? That sorcery is real. That seduction is real. That's real. You understand? You play around. You play around, but that's the more of the story. Don't play around till you get put down, man. This is nothing to play around. You see? Don't tempt the Almighty. All right, let's get it.
Verse 11. And he said unto her, if they bind me fast with new ropes, that never been fast with new ropes, that never been occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man.
Here you go again. First it was about green leaves that never been dried, and now it's about new rope that's never been used. Then I'll be weak and be as other men. Right? Trip off him. You gotta know she's there to kill you, but you still playing. Right? What will we learn from this as men? Right? Call a spade, man. That's what you learn. Call a spade. I don't care how good she look. I don't care how good she smell. You feel me? She may not have your best interest in mind. She may be there to kill you, to destroy you, to hand you over. Don't let the power of the Quabah, you understand, override what you know you're supposed to be doing. Samson playing around. Could it be he's very confident in his strength? Huh? Could it be he's just so confident that he like, man, look, I know the Most High with me. I'm not tripping off these Philistines. I done laid with harlots. I done killed lions. You feel me? I done burned down corn and vineyards. I done caught 300 fire. Who messing with me? That's what, like after a while, knowledge will what? The scripture say it puff up. It'll puff you up. You see? You start thinking I'm the best thing breathing. You feel me? If I wasn't born, wouldn't be no earth. You start thinking like that, man. You see? And then it blinds the real judgment that you're supposed to bring out. He's blinded. And he's playing along. All right, go ahead, bro.
Verse 12. Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith, and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there was layers in wait, abiding in the chamber.
The chamber is the room.
Yeah.
She got men in the room waiting to kill him. He's bound up. You feel me? This woman does not have your best interest in mind. She got men in here to kill you. Go ahead.
And he brake them from off his arms like a thread. And Delilah,
like a piece of yarn. You see that? Come on.
And Delilah said unto Samson, hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, if thou weaveth the 7 locks of my head with a wale.
So I'll let you know locks, like my Ak Moshe. Samson had locks in his head. Locks so thick that they grew to 7. He combined all his locks. He said, well, if you weave the locks in my head, basically you braid my locks. You understand? If you braid them. then I'll be weak. Playing around, right? But I went here to show that this woman had to be a witch, had to be a sorcerer to seduce him, for him to even entertain this. You understand? For him to even entertain and know that this woman is here to kill him, he's still entertaining. Not even playing around. Gotta be. She had to be a master at the art of seduction. All right? Come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
All right, verse 14.
Proof that, in other words, proof that Samson was a black man right here. You know, these Caucasians don't have locks
at all.
7 locks in their head. Like, so this proves right here that Samson was a brother, a brethren. You understand? That's right there. Judges 16 and 13. That's one of the scriptures we go to show Israel is a dark-skinned people with Negro features. Look at the locks. All right, come on.
Verse 14.
Let's just say Samson was a simp. Yeah, he tripping, man. He tripping because I wouldn't even play it around. Once I knew she was out to get me, she'd have been. I'd have chopped that right then and there. It's over. Done dealing. You know, but he's playing around. The power. The power. You dig? The power of the Quabah. All right, come on now.
It says verse 14. And she fastened it with a pin and said unto him, the Philistines is upon thee, Samson. And he awaked out of his sleep and went away with the pin in the beam and with the web.
That didn't work either. He steady lying to her, but playing her game. You see? Come on.
Verse 15. And she said unto him, how canst thou say, I love thee, when thy heart is not with me?
Ah, here you go. You don't love me. Huh? Baby, come on. Stop all that. You know. No, get up off me. You don't love me. You're lying to me. She was a bad mama champ. Yeah, she had to be not just the looks, man. How she moved, how she spoke. She had to smell good too. That's something too, wasn't that Hebrew man smells, you sisters. Pheromones. You know what I'm saying? When they come pheromones, them smells. What? You got to be strong. You men got to stay focused out here, man. You dig? What y'all think they putting all that smell good on for? Boy, that's bait. That's bait. Because a brother asked you quick, what is that you got on? That smell good. Oh, nothing. That's just soap. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. You got you some smell good. You understand? Whole drawer and closet. You feel me? Filled up with all that smell good. Don't be playing. Y'all know good and well. Yeah, he was hypnotized. You smell, but the smell, not only the look, but if the smell, boy, that's just hook, line, and sinker. You understand? And that's why brews got to stay strong, man. You feel me? A smell shouldn't drop your guards. Looks either. You got to be strong because that right there is used to what? Infiltrate. All you got to do is look good and smell good. Understand? And be everything that his woman ain't been. Over. Yeah, so y'all know about them smells. All the Hebrews in the chat, y'all know about them smells. If it wasn't true, you wouldn't have all that smell good sitting on your dresser right now or in your closet. And it ain't just one bottle. I'm talking about rows and rows of sprays, rub-ons, all of it. Yeah, look, y'all know this. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
I'll start 15 again.
Yeah.
And she said unto him, how canst thou say, I love thee, when thy heart is not with me?
You don't love me. Go ahead.
Thou hast mocked me this 3 times, and thou hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth.
Look at the Hebrew. She said, real talk. I got about 25 bottles that smell good. I know. I know. You can't even get no regular lotion off of her. Say, you was ashy, let's taste. You got some sister. You got some lotion. Then she gonna pour out some cherry blossom this and cinnamon bliss with the Bath and Body Works. Look, I'm a man. I can't be smelling like that. Right. You ain't got no regular lotion that I can put on it. Nah, I ain't got that. The sisters don't even carry regular lotion no more, man. It's all about the smells. It's all about the smells. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
And it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death.
Y'all see that? This woman, I'm talking about, wouldn't stop. Said his soul, she drove him so bad. What they say? Victoria's Secret has body spray called Pure Seduction. Wow, do they? Shout out to Jasmine Williams on Facebook. She said Victoria's Secret has a body spray called Pure Seduction. She brews, is that true? Wow, now that's crazy. That's something I ain't know. I didn't even know that. Look at Poppy. Poppy, she say she got that too. Y'all sisters be knowing. Us bros know too. You know what it is. All right, come on, let's get it out. It says his spirit was vexed unto death. This is how much she drove him and asked him about his strength. You really don't love me. Get up off me. You really don't love me. Like, come on, what is you talking about? How you gonna say I don't love you? Because you ain't told me what I need to know. Huh? Eventually, the pillow talking. This is what the pillow talking leads to. This right here. Revealing your strength.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Judges 16, verse 17. That he told her all his heart and said unto her, there had not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I may become weak and be like any other man.
Y'all see that? See that? He finally just couldn't take it anymore. Couldn't take it anymore and say, look, this is what it is. Y'all see that? This is where pillow talking leads to. Hold your spot right there. Give me Micah 7. I'll show y'all something. Micah 7, 5-8. Micah, the book of Micah, chapter 7, 5-8. This is where pillow talking leads. You understand? But based off this story right here, you understand? It's certain things that don't need to be known. Right? Delilah did not need to know this. She did not need to know this. You understand? Micah, not Malachi, but Micah. Micah, the 7th chapter. Yeah, Micah chapter 7, we're going to like verse 5-8.
All right, Micah chapter 7, verse.
Look at that, Ashmo. Brothers got the smell goods too. Ha ha. Look at y'all. Yeah, you know, we get it, I got what's called that Judah juice around here. I ain't got nothing in my pocket right now. I will show y'all. But yeah, we got some oils, walk in smelling like a priest. You dig? Walk in smelling like frankincense. You know how we do. I'm like, oh my God. All right, come on. Yeah, we put the smells on too. All right, come on, let's get it.
Micah chapter 7, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guard.
In a guide.
In a guide.
Put not confidence in a guide. You understand? Trust ye not in a friend. See, everything, it calls for certain situations for you to be revealing everything. For the most part, there's certain things that must be kept tight. You understand? Certain information to make everything go sideways. All right, come on.
Keep the door of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
That's what the prophet said right there. Keep the door of your mouth from her that lieth in your bosom. Did Samson do that? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He may have lied to and played a little game, but eventually, guess what happened? Guess what happened? If you pillow talk long enough, eventually she's going to get what she's asking for. That's the moral of what we read. If you stick around and play, look, there is no such thing as out talking a Hebrew woman. You might as well cancel it. That'll happen. You understand? That will never happen. If you entertain and pillow talk long enough, eventually she is going to get out of you what she's asking. That's what happened with him. And the scriptures say what right there? It tell you, keep your mouth from the door, the door of your mouth from her that lieth in your bosom. Let you know you're not supposed to be flapping your lips about everything. Ooh, they don't sit well with a lot of you Negroes. I know. I know. But look, we just reading the Bible. We just reading the Bible. What if Samson would have applied this? You understand? Right. Proverbs 31:1. Give not thy strength over to a woman. We just reading scripture. A lot of people get offended. But it's the truth. It's just the Bible. You feel me? Read that again, that verse you read.
All right, this Micah chapter 7, verse 5.
Yeah.
Trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a God.
Yeah.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Keep the door of your mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Samson could have learned that. And reading this story after the fact, we should learn that. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 6.
Nah, where you at? Right there.
Yeah.
Verse 6. That's it for that. I just wanted to go to keep the door of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Let's get back to Judges. We in Judges 16.
Yep.
What verse you in?
Judges 16, and we're in verse 18.
Judges 16 and 18. What does it say?
It says here, verse 18, Goliath saw that he had told her all his heart. She sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, come up this once, for he has shown me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in her hand. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man. And she caused him to shave off the 7 locks.
Hold on, so man, she made him sleep upon her knees. Boy, she done sippy cupped him. She done sippy cupped Samson. Man of the Most High with him, strongest man ever. He done went to sleep in her lap. Wow. You talking about letting your guards down. Huh? You understand? After you already know she an agent, you do it anyway. You understand? Wow. You feel me? So let that not be our fault. Let that not be our fault. I'm talking about, man, started off so mighty for you to fall because she done sippy cupped you, boy. Huh? She done sippy cupped you, gave you some warm milk and made you go to sleep in her lap. Huh? Here come the enemy. Here come the enemy. You don't know, man. You don't know who been sent as an agent to take you down. You understand? To entertain them lusts. There's everything on social media now. If you didn't hit send or enter, it's there. It's there. All right? And we all got those weaknesses. That's what I'm saying. Hey, stay focused, man. Everything glittering ain't gold. Everything smiling ain't good for you. All right? Come on, let's get it. Got him, Samson, man of the Most High, who got the spirit of the Most High, laying in her lap. Wow.
19 again. Judges 16, verse 19 again. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man. And she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him. And his strength went from him.
Wow.
She did it.
She started doing the affliction. Straight enemy. Straight enemy. I bet she don't look so good and smell so good now. You see how lust can blind you? You see how lust can blind you and deceive you? You see that? Like my ox say, that girl is poison. We grew up on that song. Kiss her, miss her, love her. That girl is poison. Yeah.
Show a big butt and smile.
Yeah. Never trust a big butt and a smile. That girl is poison. Where you think they getting all that from? The Bible, man. And of course, experience. But that experience ain't nothing we can't reach back into the scripture and learn from. You understand? We all done been down that road before, man. I'd never sit up on this platform and act like, you feel me, in my 36 years of living, I ain't been through my fair share of relationships, ups and downs and bumps and bruises. And as long as you learn, though, man. You know what I'm saying? You just got to learn from it. Be like, boy, I'd never make that mistake again. Boy, I was tripping. What was I thinking? You understand? Like that's the thing. Some people get on this thing and act like they just, floated in the room or something. Like they're the groovy guru. I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. I done been through all, man, look. You feel me? But it's all about learning. What about you, Moshe? All your relationships been textbook?
Hey, trial and error.
Yeah,
man.
trial and error, man.
Trial and error.
You just got to get better. You feel me? As long as you learn it. You said you wasn't thinking. You ain't learning. Boy, look, hindsight is the best. Hindsight is 20/20. When you got out of a situation and you look back, you be like, man, I was tripping. You feel me? I'm glad the Most High ain't take his mercy up off me. Boy, I could have died in that vibration. You understand? She could have been a straight up Delilah or something, sent to whack me, put me up out of her. You understand? No, it's the truth. But you aim to be righteous in all your endeavors. That's the thing. Aim to be righteous. You feel me? But that don't mean, you feel me, this ain't a deadly game you playing. Because all of us know that, you feel me, there's certain things going on, but how many of us gonna be single for the rest of our life? Single and celibate. Not many. Not many. Be real with yourself. Not many is going on, but how many of us gonna be single for the rest of our life? Single and celibate. Not many. Not many. Be real with yourself. Not many are going to be single and celibate for the rest of their life. So you already knowing the game that's being played, eventually you're going to say what? Man, roll the dice, man. Roll the dice. Let me see if this time around it'll be better. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. You understand? It is what it is. But man, we gotta get better. And one thing this brother did right here, he took his guards down. And he was pillow talking with the woman that was lying in his bosom. And then he laying in her lap. You feel me? And then called the Philistines on him. That's the 4th time. 4th time. He that blinded 3 times. She tried to take your life, boy. The 4th time, huh? Here it comes. All right, let's get it. Hallelujah. That's right, sister. He had to be a hard sleeper. Because how in the world did you get 7 locks cut off your head and didn't know it?
Put him to sleep.
Mm-hmm. How do you women put men to sleep?
Put him to sleep.
You know how to put them to sleep, don't you? Y'all know how these women are, boy.
What?
You know, you women know how to put your men to sleep, right?
Buddy.
Had him over here sucking his thumb, laying in her lap. Wow. Wow. All right, come on, let's get it.
All right, verse 20. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out at another time before and shake myself. And he wist not that the Lord was depart from him.
Yeah, he lost the spirit of the Almighty and didn't even know it. You feel me? Didn't even know it because the power of the Most High is through action. Some people tell you, I caught the Holy Ghost and I was jumping up and down, feeling good, chicken hawking. You understand? But he didn't even know the Holy Spirit was gone from him. He didn't even know. You understand? Elisha had to take Elijah's garment and then strike the water, and then the water split. Then he knew the Spirit is with me. It wasn't even about you catching some feeling and you just jumping up and down, chicken hawking. He didn't even know the Spirit was gone from him. Huh? Until he go to throw that right hook, boy, and it's like an ant fighting an elephant. Huh? He go to throw that right hook, and you might as well have been squirting a water pistol on an elephant. He knew then my power's gone. My strength's gone. All right, come on, let's get it.
All right, verse 21. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with feathers of brass. And he did grind in the prison house.
See that? Locked him up, put his eyes out. They can't see nothing. Bind him. See that?
Right.
Like, trip off this man, and all this from this woman who you couldn't even see because your lust blinded you. That she was there to kill you, man. She wasn't there to be cool with you. She was there to kill you. Never forget that, Zion. Kill you. Everything smiling ain't good, man. Everything that smell good is not good. Try the spirit before you just be so much in a rush to claim something as yours. Try the spirit, man. Try the spirit. You feel me? Eventually, if it's a spirit contrary to the Bible, she gonna be gone anyway. You feel me? She gonna remove herself. But try the spirit before you be so quick to become one flesh with someone, man. Try that spirit. You understand? Because that's something you're gonna be dealing with for the rest of your life. Samson wasn't trying those spirits. He saw women and he wanted them. She pleased me well, get her for him. Saw my harlot, went and got her. Saw Delilah, want her too. You see? It wasn't no trying the spirit, it just what pleased him. What was pleasing to the sight, what was pleasing to the nostrils, what was pleasing to the ears, what was tasteful for the tongue. All good. What are we waiting on? Learn from Samson to what? Try the spirit, man. Don't be so in a rush to be, you know what I'm saying? And never forget, this is war. Your enemy is coming for you. You're not like other men and women. You profess the Most High God. It's going to be a problem for you. You realize this. You realize there are legions of demons set to attack you. Yeah. 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 Spiritual war. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Verse 22. Howbeit, the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaved. Then the lords of the Philistines gathered them together for to offer a great sacrifice unto Dragon, their god.
To Dagon, right?
To Dagon.
It's a fish god. It's a Hebrew word for fish. Dagon. Now you trip off this. It's crazy because a lot of people, like in the generation before us, they used to say a phrase like Dagon.
Dagon.
I'm saying Dagon. That's the god. Dagon. Doggone. Doggone, instead of saying like damn it or something. Doggone. You feel me? You don't even know what you're saying. That's actually the Philistine god. A god to the Philistines. You speak a lot of stuff. You feel me? It's already in you. You speak Bible and don't even know it. All right, come on.
Dagon, their god, and to rejoice.
Yeah.
For they said,
daggone it. That's right, wave catcher. Daggone it. Come on.
Our God has delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hand. And when the people saw him, they praised their God. For they said, our God have delivered unto our hands our enemy.
Trip off that. That's how you know this is a spiritual war that turned physical. It was spiritual the whole time. That turned physical. See what they did? They gave props to their God for delivering Samson to them. Everything's spiritual, then it manifests in the flesh. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
And the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport.
Yeah, they wanted some entertainment. Get that nigga out here. Well, you need to make us feel better. We need entertainment. Wow. And see what's gonna happen in the end? Your enemy's gonna laugh at you. and mock you. And think about it, man. All that was because a woman looked good and smelled good, and you was blinded. You feel me? Because you wanted to get you some. And you don't realize, boy, look, your enemies are laying in the room waiting on you. It's a setup. She straight set them up. It's a straight setup. You see? Watch out for that, man. Do not let your power and your strength and your lust blind you, Zion. Because it can happen. Why are we reading this story if we don't never learn from it? What about this story, men and women? What about this story? You understand? That can you take from it? Or what can you take from this story to apply to your life to make you a better servant of the Most High? You understand? Since we're reading about what Samson did, we shouldn't even be repeating the same mistakes. We're reading about it. So we should at least have foresight to say, oh, yeah, let me watch that. You feel me? Now watch how many women be in your inbox after this. Huh? Be in your inbox. Huh? Trying to propose. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful, man. You got to be real careful out there. You got to be real careful. We supposed to learn from every intricate detail of this story right here. Learn from it. Learn from it, man. And be better. You feel me? And don't be blinded by your power and your lust. Be better. All right? Come on.
And they set him between the pillars.
Mm-hmm.
And Samson said unto the lead that held him by the hand, suffer me that I may feel the pillar whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that held while Samson made sport. And Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord God, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me.
Yeah.
I pray thee.
That's right.
Only this once, O Yah, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes. And Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with the right hand and of the other with his left.
Right. Come on.
And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines.
Look at him. That was his prayer to the Most High. Let me die with him. You understand? Well, let my life be, let the last thing I do, you understand, be to get at your enemies. Take your enemies out. It's going to cost me my life, but so be it. So be it. You understand? All right, come on.
And he bowed himself with all his might. And the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life.
Y'all see that? He killed more people when he died than when he was living. See, this was a hit on the Philistines, no matter how you try to slice it. You feel me? And even though in the end, Samson had to come down with him. You feel me? But the whole point was the Philistines were enemies of the Almighty God. And the Most High was using Samson all throughout his life to put certain hits down on him, to get at him. You understand? But we all should learn from this. Because at what point are you not blinded? At what point are you not blinded by your self-importance or you being self-centered, right? At what point are you not blinded by the beauty of a woman? or for you women a man? You feel me? At what point do you still stay focused and say, I got a job to do out here? Samson could easily get at all them heathens and not had to go down with him, of course, if he wasn't pillow talking. Because the prophet said, what? Keep the door of thy mouth from the woman that lie in your bosom. He over there playing the game, knowing he being set up. You see? So we should learn from this situation that we're reading and be better. Be better. There's no reason for you to make the same mistake. Don't read and say, Samson made a mistake like that. I'm going to make a mistake. Don't read and say, Samson bought a whore. I'm going to buy a whore. Now, you're supposed to aim to be better. You understand? You're supposed to aim to be better and learn from the mistakes of our forefathers. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
All right, Judges chapter 16, verse 31. Then his brethren and all the house of his father came down and took him and brought him up and buried him between
Zorah
and
Estahar.
In the burying place of Manoah.
Yeah.
His father. And he judged Israel 20 years.
Wow, judge Israel how long?
20 years.
That was a 20-year thing he did. 20-year thing. Like, because we read this and think it started in this chapter and was over the next breath next week. This was a stretch of 20 years. A stretch of 20 years. You did. Let's get Hebrews 11. We got a few more scriptures. I want to show y'all Samson. Because some people say, well, Samson, you know what I'm saying, won't be redeemed in the end. That's not true. That's not true. Samson is still a man of great faith according to the scriptures. We're going to read Hebrews 11. We're going to read 1 through 6, and then we're going to jump down to 32. 32 on down. Let no one take truth from what Yah has given you, my sister. Mistake made more. You know better, you do better. And make a mistake. Bang. I got brothers, uncles that messed around. I understand, trust me. Okay, how y'all doing? Y'all understand? Are y'all understanding the story thus far? What y'all think about that story of Samson? You understand? What y'all think about that story of Samson? And have you heard something that you can take from the story to make you a better servant of the Almighty? That's the whole point. You read these things to be better. All praise is glory and honor. All praise is glory and honor. You understand? And again, don't let your lust and your power blind you. Feel me? Don't let your confidence in the Most High blind you. You know what it is. You feel me? You may be very powerful in this walk, but don't get blinded, man. Don't get blinded, because that's what happened with him. Like, you straight flirting with death, and that's something you are not supposed to do. Don't tempt the Almighty. Don't flirt with death. That's what's happening out here. Our people flirting with death. Samson was flirting with death. He knew that woman was there to kill him. Every time he told her how he loses his strength, she said, the Philistines are on you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, he already knew. But he kept flirting. You feel me? He kept flirting. And a lot of these women are witches too. Get yourself together. Are masters in the art of seduction. Watch that. Watch that. Try the spirit by the spirit. That's what you do. You feel me? And what does that usually mean? Bring the scripture out. When it's time for correction, bring the scripture out. So I talk to a sister, you know, we ain't even supposed to be doing that. And either she gonna be on some, dang, let me read that, get myself together. Or she gonna be like, well, I know the Bible says that, but I just don't know. You understand? You know what you're dealing with right then and there. You're dealing with somebody that kicks against the truth. You see? That's how you try the spirit, by bringing out the scriptures. And then see who orders their steps according to the word of the Almighty, or people that order themselves according to their own opinion. Like the sister I was talking to last night. I talked to sister last night. She just came up with her own just belief, all while claiming she don't do religion. I'm like, hold on, you made all this up, didn't you? She's like, yeah, but then how are you gonna say you got into religion? Religion is man-made, right? Aren't you a man or a woman? She said, yeah. Okay, well, when I asked you about how you gonna build your altar, you didn't know. You're just gonna build one. I asked you who directions you were going to use, who laws you were going to use. You didn't know. Then you got to. I asked you, was there going to be a graven image on your altar? You said no, only when you do rituals. I asked you about your rituals, where you get your rituals from. You didn't know, just out your mind. You see what I'm saying? You're making this up as you go. Real talk, man. All right, so we got Hebrews 11, 1 through 6, and then jump down to verse 32.
All right. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
What it says, the evidence of things not seen, the substance of things hoped for, right? So it has to do with something that you can't see, but you believe. You'll say, well, what sense does that make? Why do I got to believe in something I can't see? You believe in Wi-Fi. Who ever seen Wi-Fi before? What does Wi-Fi look like? Huh? What does Wi-Fi look like? You don't know. You don't know what Wi-Fi looks like, but you know it's there because guess what? You're online. Come on, Hebrew.
For by, verse 2.
Yeah.
For by it, the elders obtain a good report.
By faith, the elders obtain a good report. Faith. Full belief in the Most High, right? Come on.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds were formed by the word of Yah, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Yeah, right. So things that you see were made by things that are invisible. That's what it's saying. The sun, the moon. You feel me? The ocean, the mountains. Like didn't no man make that. So things that are invisible made the things that are visible. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 4. By faith, Abel offered unto Yah a more excellent sacrifice than Cain.
That's right. Come on.
By which he obtained witness that he was righteous. Yah testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead, yet speaketh. By faith, Enoch was translated.
Powerful. Come on.
That he should not see death, and was not found, because Yah has translated him.
And then he took him from the physical realm and put him in the spiritual. Translated. Took his body. All right, go ahead.
For before his translation,
right,
he had his testimony that he pleased it, Yah.
He pleased the Most High. Right before the Most High took him, the testimony was he pleases God. His whole life was dedicated to worshiping his Maker, doing the bidding of his Maker. How about yours? All right, come on.
Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
You can't please the Most High if you don't believe. It's impossible. All right, come on.
For he that cometh to Yah must believe that he is.
That's a comma right there. He must believe for one that he is. He's the Almighty, right? Come on.
And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
You see that? You first must believe that he is, and that he's a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. That means you constantly are seeking to please your Maker. Constantly. This is not a part-time thing. We don't do this part-time. You got to live this and become this. You see that? And you have to learn from the mistakes of your forefathers and your brothers. You got to learn from that. Why? To be a thorough creature in the Most High. That's why. That's why. Whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and hope of the scriptures, that we through patience and hope in the scriptures might find hope. I'm paraphrasing. You understand? But whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning. When we reading about Samson, we supposed to learn from Samson's mistakes. Learn from it. It's deeper than that he just was strong and had long hair. You understand? At what point is your confidence and your strength and your lust blinding you? How come nobody ever bring it up about Samson? He was blinded. Men are in his bedroom waiting to kill him.
Yeah. How you not know that?
You understand? Men are laying in his bedroom waiting to kill him. He falls asleep and he know the woman is an agent. He falls asleep in her lap. Sippy cup Negro. You see? Guard your grill. You done heard that your whole life. That means what, man? Always be aware. Always be ready for war, man. It don't matter what's going on. Be ready. You understand? Samson was set up, but in a sense, he played into it. He played into it. You understand? Because he was blinded by lust, blinded by his power, blinded by his confidence. He was blind. You see that? And in the end, it cost him. Just like the prophet say, what? Keep the doors of your mouth shut from her that lieth in your bosom. Samson should have learned that. And we should learn that. All right, come on, let's get it.
All right, so we gonna that was 6. So you're going to 31?
Yeah. Jump down 31. Jump down 31. Or 30, 32.
32.
Yeah.
All right, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 32.
Yeah.
And what shall I more say?
Mm-hmm.
For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon and of Barak.
So we talking about Gideon. He in the book of Judges. That's chapter 6 to 8. Barak is in the book of Judges, chapter 4. Right? Remember, we talking about the men and women that had great faith that came out of our nation. That's what we talking about. All right, go ahead.
And of Samson.
And of who?
And of Samson.
And of Samson had great faith. See that? If Samson was so evil and wicked, why is Paul bringing him back up in Hebrews the 11th chapter? As a man of having great faith. Samson had great faith in the Almighty. He wasn't weak faith. He had great faith. He was killing lions, killed 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass, caught 300 foxes, burned down cornfields, burned down vineyards. You understand? Samson was a man of great faith, actually. You see? But was also blinded. All right? So that don't mean just because the Most High dealing with you that you can't be blinded in the future. You see? The key is humility. Keep yourself low. All right, go ahead.
And of Joseph. And of David also. And Samuel. And of the prophets.
Come on.
Who through faith subdued kingdom.
Through faith subdued what?
Kingdom.
Bigger the faith, the bigger the miracle. Through their belief, they done subdued kingdoms. Was not Samson getting at the Philistines? Was not Samson handling the Philistines? Did not Samson kill more Philistines at his death than he did while he was living? Huh? Subdued kingdoms. Right? Go ahead.
Righteousness. Obtained promises. Stopped the mouth of lions.
Did not Samson stop the mouth of lions? Did he rend a lion like he was rending a kid? Faith. You feel me? Some people believe Samson ain't gonna make it on the other side. That ain't necessarily true. You see what we reading about right here? Men of great faith. And if he was a man of great faith, that means he pleased the Almighty. Come on.
Quench the violence of fire. Escape the edge of the sword. Put out weakness were made strong. Out of weakness were made strong.
Weakness were made strong. Come on.
Wax valiant in fight. Turn to fight the
flight.
Turn to flight. The
armies.
The armies of the allies.
Aliens. Come on.
Women received their dead raised to life again. And others were tortured.
Right.
Not escaping deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection.
Yeah, come on.
and the others had trials of cruel mocking, cruel mocking, and scourging. Yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned.
They were who?
They were stoned.
A lot of the brothers were stoned, like Paul and them, stoned. You understand? Still had to get up and still had to come back to life, get up and what? Finish the work. All right, go ahead.
They were stoned. They were sawed asunder. They tempted.
They were, hold on, never said they were stoned. They were sawn in half. They were tempted. Wow. Go ahead.
Were slain with the sword. They wounded about in
they wandered
about in sheepskins, in goat skins, being desolate, afflicted, destitute, afflicted, and tormented, of whom the world was not worthy.
You see that? The world was not worthy of these men that had great faith in the Most High. The world ain't even worthy. You see that? Come on.
They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. And these all have attained a good report through faith, receiving not the promise.
They ain't received the promise because the promise is the kingdom. And all these men banged and lived as if they were going to see the kingdom in their day. How about you? You closer to the kingdom now than they ever was, or they ever were, should I say. You feel me? And they lived it. Let's tell you early in this chapter, Abraham lived in the land of Canaan, actively looking for the city that God built. You see? That's faith, man. That's faith. That's real belief. All right? They still ain't received the promise, right? Not meaning they're not going to get it as of this moment. They ain't received the promise that God gave. All right, go ahead.
Verse 40. Yah have provided some better things for us, that they without us should not be made perfect.
No doubt. So what do we learn from the story of Samson? What do we learn from the story of Samson? Studying Samson's mental, studying Samson's mind. The Most High was with him. There's a lot of things he did in his life that you may disagree with, but the Most High was with him the whole time. The Spirit of the Lord came upon him when he went and put down that hit to kill 30 Philistines and get 30 changes of garment. The Spirit of the Lord was on him when he went and took that jawbone of that ass and slayed 1,000 Philistines. The Spirit of the Most High was on him and said, look, he's looking for a Philistine woman. Parents like, all these daughters in Zion, why you want a Hamite or a Philistine woman? Next verse say that was of the Most High because he saw occasion against the Philistines. It was all about being strategic and getting at the Most High's enemies. That was the whole point. What we see at the end of the story with Samson, he was blinded by his, look, he playing in a deadly game, men in the room waiting to kill him, and he know this woman means him no good. But what he doing? He's pillow talking. You see that? Scriptures say, keep the door of your mouth from her that lieth in your bosom. He didn't do that. You feel me? And in the end, guess what? The woman called the hit squad in there to get at him. But in the end, Samson killed more men in his death, more Philistines in his death than he did when he was living. So hallelujah. And that's why we want to go to Hebrews 11 and show Samson was a man of great faith. So you can't act like Samson because he did things you disagreed with. The Most High ain't going to deal with him on the other side or in the kingdom. Yeah, he's in here as a man of great faith. He wouldn't have been able to do none of that had he not had great faith. Samson caught 300 foxes. You know how skilled you got to be to catch a fox? One of them, let alone 300. He caught 300 foxes. Tied their tails together, put torches in between the knots, and sent them over into the standing corn and the vineyards of the Philistines to get at them. Serious. Right? So make your call and election sure. The scripture tell you try the spirit. We need not every spirit. Give me 1 John the 4th chapter. A few more scriptures. They said they didn't even have TV. You're right, I didn't have to. Samson was looking at women and was saying, look, I want to get her for me. Wasn't no trying, no spirits, no nothing.
No courting process.
Yeah, just hey, get her for me. I want to give her. You dig? But you see how deadly that mindset is, though? That even happened with Delilah. Just struck with it. Well, that you mine. Give her to me. You understand? No trying of the spirit. If there's no trying of the spirit, then guess what? Your enemy can be successful in sending an agent to infiltrate you. A woman. 1 John, the 4th chapter. 1 John chapter 4. Yeah, this verse 1. All
right, 1 John chapter 1. 1 John chapter 4, verse 1.
Yeah.
Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of Yah.
You see that? You can't believe everybody, man. They may come around shalom. The brothers may come around shalom, garment down to the floor, looking all ancient and everything. The sisters may come around covered up. You understand? Dressed down to the floor, shalom. Scriptures say try the spirit. Try the spirit. And that simply means apply them scriptures. You understand? Apply it. Anything you see that's off, apply the scripture. Anything that needs some type of encouragement, apply the scripture. Apply the scripture. You're going to know who down with the scripture real quick because somebody going to say, I ain't trying to hear all that Bible. And you know what kind of spirit they're dealing with. All right, come on, let's get it.
Because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
That's verse 1, right? Give me verse 4 and 5.
4 and 5. Verse 4. Ye are of Yah, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world.
Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You see that? And have overcome. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Try the spirit by the spirit, man. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. Try that spirit. See? She may look good and smell good, and the sisters got to smell good and gone with it. You feel me? But we got to try the spirits. How we know she ain't a Delilah? How we know she ain't a Jezebel? How you know? You just so quick to get you some korban. You smell good, look good. It's just what it is. No testing, nothing. That was a character flaw of Samson. He saw what he wanted and he grabbed it. You feel me? And that's a dangerous mindset. In the end, he ended up in sippy cup mode. Laid in her lap. Sippy cup Negro. You dig? Because today, a son will lay in his mama's lap. You feel me? And seek comfort. And then the brother was in Delilah's lap, laid down. Try the spirit, man. You dealing with these women, try the spirit, man. Right? There has to be a change. Bring them scriptures out. It's just what it is. And either she's going to be with it or she's not going to be with it. Oh, no, I don't like all that. What you mean dress modest? I like revealing everything. Well, she's going to be on some, you know what? That's true. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't my man, so why am I dressing so revealing? Right. You see? Try the spirit by the spirit. In other words, try these spirits by applying the scriptures. That's what it is. Grass ain't green on the other side of the fence. That's true. All right, what verse 5 say, y'all?
Verse 5. They are of the world.
Yeah.
Therefore speak they of the world. And the world hears them.
Yeah, they are the world. They speak of the world, and that's why the world hear them, because they're of the world. Dig? So we learned this from Samson. Don't let your confidence blind you. Don't let your lust blind you. You understand? And if you know somebody is sent as an agent, like Delilah was an agent of the Philistines, you know that. He knew it. He kept playing around with her. You understand? Cut that off ASAP. Cut that off ASAP. Why should it be when your eyes finally get put out and your hair get cut off and the woman sitting over there mocking you? Because guess what it said? As soon as he lost his strength, guess who afflicted him first?
She did.
She did. The woman did. That very woman you claim you loved. You feel me? She was the first one to afflict him. So we need to learn from this, man. Don't allow your power. You may be mighty in the scriptures. Don't allow your prestige. Don't allow your social status. Don't allow your good looks. Don't allow your lust to blind you from doing what you know you're supposed to be doing.
No.
All right? And I pray everybody got understanding. I pray everybody got understanding. Is that light white right there or red?
It's white.
All right, you cool. You can pull it. It's white. Yeah. He ain't know, just looking out, bro. You dig? So if everybody got some understanding, give me a 7 up in there. Give me a 7 if you got some understanding. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High. What you doing? Oh, nothing. Little girls do that. I'll be doing that. Yeah, not like that. Yeah, you use a man child. Don't be moving your hips.
And go sit down.
Yeah, it is what it is. So I pray everybody got some understanding. Enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat too. Once again, honor and humility STL, House of Zion Homeschool, Melchizedek Order STL. Before any of that, all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten beloved Son, Yahweh Shah, the Messiah, who's currently sitting at his right hand right now as we speak. Long live the King. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat. Enjoy this rest day. You understand?
Yep.
I'm your brother Malachi Maccabee. To my left, I got my Ak.
Moshe. You know what I'm saying? Just all praise to the Most High God. You know, hey, it's a rest day. Remember the Lord, man. And all these things that we do and we learn, it's like you said, it's for reproof and correction. And if you can't get the reproof, definitely you're gonna get that correction. Yeah, right? Straight up. All right, all praise.
Spoken like a wise man, my brother. All praise that. We're gonna thank the Most High for the lesson. So until the next time, y'all willing, we got a few bros supposed to be going live tomorrow. Y'all know we don't stop over here, man. More and more lessons. All praise to the Most High for allowing us to continue and to stay diligent. Thank you all for your prayers. Thank you all for your support. You understand? May the Most High increase you tenfold for being diehard faithful soldiers for the Most High. So until the next time, Most High be with us all. Shabbat Shalom. Bang, bang, bang. Excellent job. Excellent job. All praise, glory, and honor.
They been hitting me up, man. What's going on?
Act like it ain't the